Hello there, welcome to my classroom, and I'm Heena. Just so you know, this program is only for the complete beginners for Korean language. Basically, who are not quite sure about their interest in learning Korean language, or who are the ones who really want to learn Korean language but really don't know where to start. Okay, so um, from this time on, for a few lessons, I will try to let you know how to read and write Korean alphabet. Korean alphabet is also called Hangul in Korean, which is not very difficult actually to learn, or which is very scientific and logical. So I don't think it will take too long for you to basically learn everything about Hangul. Okay. Uh, Before we actually start our lesson, please let me introduce myself. I am Heena. I'm South Korean, and right now I'm residing in Ottawa, Canada, and I've been teaching Korean lessons, which was a very interesting case because I always been a English and Korean translator. So I definitely taught English to some Koreans, but I happen to teach Korean as well to non-Koreans. So yeah, that gave me lots of fun. So I just keep doing that. And also I'm offering offline classes, offline lessons, but at the moment, thanks to this COVID-19 pandemic, I had my offline lessons are suspended at the moment, but I'm happy to resume it. When it's possible. Okay, so I have two different types of students. One is basically Koreans, or the people whose first language is Korean, and when they want to learn English, they come to me. And also the other group of students are basically non-Korean, but whose first language is English, or whose language skill is equivalent as English as their first language. So I'm taking both of them as my student, and so I team them up. So they can actually help each other to learn the other language better. So, which is a great way to actually to interact with the people whose language is actually the language that you are trying to learn. So yes, I actually offer that kind of lessons, but again, thanks to this pandemic, actually I'm waiting for the right moment to resume it. So, okay, but anyway, yeah, it was to make long story short. Yes, I teach both English and Korean, and I also teach translation and interpretation. I'm a translator and interpreter myself, and with 20 years of experience under my belt, which I'm very proud of. Alrighty, so let's get started. Okay. Okay, let's check out, basic Korean vowels. There are 6 basic vowels in Korean language, and these are monophthongs. And also, it is important, the reason why we need to learn, the vowels first, is that vowels are the ones who actually works like backbone in syllable blocks, which is a syllable block is a very important component in Korean writing system. So I just thought, why don't we just learn the vowels first, and then we'll move on to the consonants and various consonants, which is a lot. So okay, so here are the 6 basic Korean vowels. The first we have ah, ah, aw, aw, o, o, u, u, 으, 으, 이, 이. So first, basic vowel number 1, ah. It is ah, ah, very straightforward, okay? Is probably equivalent to English alphabet A, ah, ah. And next, oh, and let me show you how to write it as well, okay? Up, down stroke, and left, right stroke, right there. Okay, next we have aw, aw. So, okay, how does it sound to you? I mean, to me, as a person who learned English, it sounds pretty much like the indefinite article in English. For example, this is a book. The thing that comes right before book sounds a bit similar to this. This is a book, right? But in Korea, tend to say this a little, have their mouth a little wider. Ah, ah. How do you write it? It was right opposite of ah. Okay, so left and right stroke first and up, down. I hope this makes sense. Okay, and the third vowel is o, o, o. So o is probably similar to alphabet O, right? Yeah. And how you write it is basically from up, down, and this time it goes the bottom from left and right. O, O. Okay, next, ooh. So it's just write a, if you flip the vowel O, it turns into oo, right? So how you write? It goes horizontal stroke first and then vertical like this. And we say oo, moo. And next we have and the way you write it is very simple. Just horizontal, the horizontal line. That's But how you say it could be another matter, right? I mean, it is not. You don't have this in English, so let's put it this way. If you ever learned French, when you count, it goes with un, deux, trois, right? So here, the sound of it is quite close to de, un, deux, trois, deux. But in French, the way they saying it is slightly less full-blown, if that makes sense to you. So in Korean, we tend to spread our lips a little larger. So it goes like this. In French, it goes more like right? But in Korean, it goes this far. And next we have is the last basic vowel in Korean language, which is E. 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 And all you need to do when you're writing it, just a vertical line from up, down, right? E. E. So I don't know if you have noticed when I say U and E, there is a, very minor movement in my mouth. Let's try one more time. E, 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 E. I wonder if you noticed that. Okay, so Here that those are the six basic vowels in Korean language. I hope that this wasn't too difficult. Okay, that's it for today. If you had expected a lot more, and if you consider what we learned today wasn't it enough, I promise you there's much more to come. Okay, next time we'll learn a little bit of Korean consonants, and we'll also learn a few Korean words so you can put into your speaking Korean practice. All right, thank you very much. And here you see our contact info. You can contact me by my email or my website. Yeah, if you're interested in immersion courses for English or Korean, please feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to work with you. Okay, so have a great day. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.